friends, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it has been so long since we have talked about just some favorite beauty products that I have been loving. I am such a creature of habit, I've said this before, I'll say it again, that I don't typically explore a ton of new products all the time, but I'll definitely say over the past 3 months, there have been 5 new to me beauty products that I have just been continuously using and loving, and I wanted to share them with you. I'll definitely admit that they're definitely more along the lines of basic products, but to me, these staples are really game-changing to my overall makeup collection. So let's go ahead and start with the first item. Going in no particular order, we're gonna start with this particular setting spray. You guys know I purchased a lot of setting sprays at the tail end of 2017, and I'm still on like a setting spray kick. I have been hearing a lot about the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and so I figured when I placed my Vault collection, I really wanted to try this and their beauty sponge. The beauty sponge was sold out, but they still had this in stock, so I picked it up. This stuff is awesome. I really love the mist itself. I don't want to spray too much because I don't want to waste it, but you can see here that it does like a really nice, even, gentle mist. Like you spray it over your face and you just feel like, like that's so like gentle and refreshing, and it really does help all of my makeup gel together. We have had some like abnormally hot, sweaty days here in the Boston area right when school started, so the best time ever. So times when I'm actually wearing a full face of makeup, and I just feel like this stuff has really helped hold everything together and make it gel really nicely. I'm pretty sure they carry this now at Ulta, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they do, I definitely recommend throwing it into your cart or buying it at the store the next time you're there, because it really is a very high quality mist. Additionally, there is a new foundation that has just stolen my heart, and that is the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation Eyewear Shade Number 1, which is what I have on my face today. When I first started applying this back in like August, when I had like the tiny little bits of a tan, it was a little light for me, but the reality is with just some bronzer, some blush, you don't really notice that as much. And now that I'm not really seeing the sun ever in my windowless classroom, I am now back at a perfect match for this. This is definitely not for those of you who love a full coverage foundation. This to me is like a level above a BB cream. Like when you get close up to me, you can still see some of my freckles. I have had a couple of blemishes. Even with concealer, you can still kind of see them peeking through. It doesn't really bother me because it feels so lightweight, and I'm fortunate enough that I don't really have a ton of skin issues that I'm trying to combat, that I don't need the fullest coverage ever. My only real con about this is that as I'm shaking it right now, I feel like I must be at least halfway on this. This is a very liquidy, thinner formula, and so I feel like I squeeze a lot out and apply a good amount of this to my face, even though it is still a relatively sheer coverage. So I feel like I'm gonna go through this pretty fast, but when considering higher end foundations, this is not terribly priced, and so I do recommend it. If you can find your shade, if you're looking for the kind of coverage I described, then this is definitely for you. Next up, we have a lash primer. I have really been wanting to explore more drugstore lash primers, so I purchased 3. I grabbed the CoverGirl one, the Lash Paradise one, and the NYX one. And out of all 3 of those, there is one that I have really been favoring, and that is the Voluminous Lash Paradise Base from L'Oreal. Now, I'll admit, strangely enough, I don't love this paired with the Lash Paradise mascara. I don't feel like they play very well with each other, but all other mascaras I have used this with, I have loved the look of my lash. It just gives me such nice length and thickness so that when I go to apply my black mascara, it makes them even longer and fuller. I don't know if you can see today, but my lashes clearly extend beyond my liner line, and I feel like my eyes just look so much bigger and wider when I do that, and I look just generally more awake. So I love this stuff. The only real con that I'll show you is that you get a lot of product on the brush when you pull it out, and even on the end, and so I end up doing a lot of like cleaning up on the tube before I apply it, and so the tube itself can get a little bit gunky. I wish the stopper were just a hair better at removing more product before it came out, but this is an awesome alternative to the Lancome one that I have been obsessed with for a very long time. Keeping with my eye theme, I have an eye primer that I really have been enjoying. This is the RK by Kiss primer. Out of nowhere, I want to say like in the spring maybe, there was this like stand in my CVS that had all of these RK by Kiss beauty products. I have since, like in the last couple of weeks, noticed that that stand no longer exists. It was like an end cap on an aisle. So I don't know if they're like disappearing, but if they're not, I do recommend this. This is an eye primer. It looks, obviously, as you can tell, like the Urban Decay one. Bottle is shaped a little differently. It is definitely much thinner than I've seen other primers that I've used in the past, but it is really effective. And this stuff was like, I want to say between $2 to $5. It was very inexpensive for how effective it is. I just find that it holds my shadows on. It's not too sticky, but provides enough stick that we are successful in getting my eyeshadow on, but doesn't hinder my ability to blend. It lasts all day and it's so inexpensive. So if you can find this, I'd recommend snagging it. The last item that I have is an eyeliner. This is the NYX That's the Point Hella Fine eyeliner. Their That's the Point collection has a number of eyeliners in it, but this one is literally the tiniest little eyeliner I've ever experienced. And when I first saw this, because I was looking for something to buy to use for some coupons at CVS, I was like, I don't know if that's almost too small. It's not. It's great. It literally like applies the thinnest line I've ever been able to accomplish with eyeliner. I definitely still can go a little bit thicker with it, but I really enjoy it. The only thing I will say is if you're somebody who likes to do one line and go, this may not be the best for you, because I've noticed that with it being so thin, that I can get really close to my lash line, and there are times where I like look at it and there'll be like a little spot that I haven't hit exactly on my lash line. So it's not as like quick and easy to go as a thicker tip is, but I appreciate the precision and the ability that I have to really customize my eyeliner in ways that other felt tip pens haven't been able to for me. So I definitely recommend this, especially for somebody who loves a thin line. This is the way to go. All right, guys, like I said, just 5 products that I have been loving. I'd be really curious to hear from you on what beauty items you've been loving lately, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.